Hi there, my name's Andy Broadway. I'm standing here with LuAn Mitchell. We're on the red carpet here at the 3 Feet Away from Gold event. The book, the movie, and you've been in a couple of movies, the Opus, the Pass It On. Share some of your experiences with this movie and with this book.
I feel as though I am just absolutely overflowing with gratitude for truly what's happened, what's inspired. I'm going to call it a positive tsunami that is a global energy that is like spreading like a wildfire, and that I am so honored and privileged to be a part of that. My story began, I was widowed as a young woman and left with 3 children, flat broke. I had a corporation that my husband and I had purchased that we were working on a turnaround for. It was a food company, but it was on the verge in soft receivership and not looking very healthy. And when he passed away, I was left alone with 3 children, flat broke, blah, 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 health bills, da-da-da, and not able to do anything. And I thought, okay, I could view this one way. I could view this one way in that, well, it's me, let's throw the biggest pity party the world's ever seen. Or B, let's take a look at this in a light that I've learned through following and being a student of Dr. Napoleon Hill. My parents had put Dr. Napoleon Hill books in my hands since I was a little girl. And I went back to the principles. And I thought, I can apply these principles. And people said, LuAn, you're an idiot. You're not going to turn around a bankrupt food firm, and it actually had a slaughterhouse as well. And I was a pageant girl. I thought maybe I'd work for LuAn or something, but I not run a meatpacking house with a slaughterhouse. And I thought, no, there are good people working here. This thing's going on. Ended up within 2.5 years being in the first robotics in the world, taking people off line jobs, getting things like carpal tunnel syndrome, working together with the people. And at the end of the day, we had it at $500 million in revenue within 2.5 years. And we were also, I sold my shares and I said, I know this stuff works. I followed the principles to the letter, and my children are now, in college, Arizona, and San Francisco, and one adopted son and my other 2. And I say, I am the most blessed woman in the universe because I got it. And sometimes it took what I like to term as a cosmic 2x4. Right between my eyes, knocked me flat for a while. But then I got up and I said, hey, just a minute. I have gratitude for everything because this too shall prepare me. And it has prepared me. And I want to teach this. I know it to be true. It's happened in my life. I mean, going in 2.5 years from flat broke, so low as a widow with 3 kids, to all of a sudden saying, wow, watching it work, watching the miracles, which I now call usuals, work from the principles of Dr. Napoleon Hill and this great book, 3 Feet from Gold, and all the experts.
The movie premiere will start in
it's happening. It works.
That's great. Tell me something about the butterfly. I noticed that you're wearing the butterfly. You have butterflies on your literature. Explain the butterfly.
Yes, thank you. When my late husband passed away, I was with him. He had a heart double lung transplant at Stanford in Palo Alto, California. He was born and raised in Los Angeles. And he was just a beautiful, beautiful man. And I held his hand. And when his heart stopped at 7 a.m., October 17th, I closed my eyes. And it felt like I had been transported somewhere for hours. It was a matter of seconds. And I had a vision of butterflies. And one butterfly, a monarch, landed on my shoulder and fluttered its wings. And when it did, I had a rush of peace. And when I opened my eyes, the nurses were changing shift. And I looked down at the shell of the man that earlier I knew as my husband. And he was laying still. And I kissed his cheek. And I knew that something magical had transpired. I knew there was a higher place that we can all be, but we can be there as well as dressing up and showing up in the way we are now. We can do it right now. And I felt as though angels walked with me. And it was in that moment that I said, I'm going to go back. I'm going to work that company. I have to tell 3 little children that their daddy died, but at the same time, we're going to make this rock and we're going to make it work. And my 2 little sons, after we all turned to jello on the floor, they said, Mommy, is there anything Daddy'd have us do? And I said, I believe there is. And they said, what would it be, Mom? And I said, I believe that he would have us go forward in an honorable way in this life and to believe in miracles and to know that these principles work. And we studied the book again together as a family.
Greg Reed and Sharon Lecter teamed up with the Napoleon Hill Foundation to carry on the tradition of Napoleon Hill. They invited a new group of leaders to be interviewed. These movers and shakers shared their principles, values, and attitudes that they continue to use to drill toward their goals. More importantly, their insights will inspire you to work through adversities and setbacks to make sure you don't quit 3 feet from gold. This movie is the inside interviews with men and women who today have decided to never give up. They share their struggles and victories with you. The Napoleon Hill Foundation would like to encourage you to never give up on your dream. You never know when you may be just 3 feet from gold.